Hello everyone, it's Valerie from Stampin' with Valerie, and today we're gonna do the second of my cactus book videos. And if you recall from my last video, it's where we put the book together, and we have a bunch of different pages in here with cardstock from mostly Heidi Swap, but there's some other stuff in here too. But anyway, we're going to start embellishing the inside of the book today. Hopefully we'll do this video and maybe one more and the book will be done, but we'll see where we get today. Okay, so the first thing you need to do whenever you're getting ready to work on your book like this and just put things in, grab just a bunch of different things. Like I've got some different washi tapes that I thought would go great with this. I've got some stickers, some ribbon, some other little embellishments. I do have, like I said, a bunch of little different embellishments that we'll probably use. Cardstock, and like I said, stickers. Like these stickers all came when I ordered the, oh my gosh, now I can't think of the name, Sun Chaser paper from Heidi Swap. I ordered all of these fun stickers, and we're going to use some of those today too in this album, because we just want to make this album fun and sunny, and that's what we're going to do. So anyway, all right, so I wanted to start with this piece of paper. This was just a scrap that was left over from when we cut one of these pages back here, from this page, from when we cut this page with the cactuses. And I thought I would make a fun little tag coming out, you know, this way. But I want to take just a little bit off the length of it. So let me grab my paper trimmer, because I believe it's 6 inches, and we'll just take just a little bit off from it. Yes, it's 6 inches. So let's make it like 5 3/4. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to put some little tabs on it as well. So it'll have some more sticking out with those tabs that I'm going to put on it. Find a place to set my paper trimmer where I don't knock it over, because I have too many things on my desk right now for it to sit here. And what I want to do for this little guy is make a pocket for it to go into, because I can't just stick it in there and it's not just going to stay, obviously. So we'll just take that paper trimmer again and cut off a piece of this cardstock. Now this is 4 inches wide, and that tag is 3 inches wide. So it's 4 inches wide this way. And I'm just going to cut it right here, kind of where it kind of divides in that paper, that little doily design. And so that'll become my little pocket. And the easiest way to do that, to get it stuck down, is to either use your double-sided adhesive, which is a good one. I think that's what we'll use. Or you can use your tape runner. But I like to use the double-sided adhesive. It just seems to work better, I think, for things that are going to be there for the long haul. So go ahead and put some double-sided adhesive down on that, and that piece is 4 inches wide by 3 3/8. And the tag is 3 inches wide and by 5 3/4. So those are your measurements for those two things. And again, if you're making another book just using these instructions with your own paper, obviously use your own and do what you want to with it. It's yours. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, like I always try to do, I'm going to take my 1 3/4 inch circle punch and just punch a little tab. I'm going to guess where the center is. We're going to say right there. We'll save that little piece. We might use it for something. Go ahead and put that back. And then when we stick this in here, our tag will go in just like that. So let's get those little backings peeled off from our paper and our adhesive. So I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're doing something fun today. This is the first time I've gotten to work on anything in a week, because I had some sinus surgery this week. Let me just say, it has been interesting. It hasn't been bad by any means. I was expecting a lot more pain than what I have experienced, so let's hope it stays that way. All right, that looks really cute like that. And then our tag will just be able to slide in. And I think I'm going to use a 1-inch circle punch, and I picked this paper out earlier because I thought it would make a cute little tag on here, because it's already got this little swatch at the end that looks like a piece of washi tape is on the paper, but it really isn't. So I thought the little rainbow, because it looks like rainbow washi tape over here, we're going to clip those little corners on our tag. And again, we'll just flip that over like I did last time to make sure we have the exact same corners. And I guarantee these corners aren't exactly like the other tag that I cut, because I never cut anything the same twice. Cut anything the same way twice is what I'm trying to say. It's not coming out. But we're going to use a couple of these cute little rainbows. I really like that one there. So let's punch that one out. And then we'll just go for the one that was right next to it. And that's going to become my little tab at the top of my tag. I'm going to put this guy on this side because I think he looks cute. He'll look cute on that side because he'll be at the front of the album. So when we put that tag in, he'll be sticking out right here with that little rainbow. So I'm going to use just some of my tape runner. And of course the back side of this paper blends right in with that cactus paper. Stick that little guy on there. Flip the other one over, give it some adhesive. And we'll just put that, line that up with the other circle. So now we have that little rainbow for both sides. Stick that in there. And then when you close your cover, you've got this little piece hanging out. I'm not going to put any ribbons on it today, but maybe we'll get some ribbon on it in the next video, maybe. We'll move on to our little foldy page. If you remember, this page was 8.5 wide by 5 3/4, and then we scored it at 3 inches and folded it. I left my little instructions in there so I wouldn't forget the size of the papers. I think I'm kind of brilliant for doing that, because sometimes I don't remember everything that I need to be remembering. And I kind of think this page would be cute to have maybe some journaling here, and you could put a photo on this side. So I don't want to put too much on this side, but maybe we'll add some little photo corners. Let's grab those. Maybe we'll put some little photo corners on there, and I think these little white ones would be cute. And I'm just going to stick one down here, one at the top. And now you could always wait and put your photo in first as well, and then put those photo corners actually right on your photo. These are just sticky. They're not actual photo corners like we used to get. You see in old photo albums where the photo slips into the little corners. These are just stickers. So we're just going to stick them in the corner, and then a photo can go right in there. And then I'm going to leave that blank for a minute because I'm not sure what I want to put there to journal on, unless maybe we could always grab a piece of this that has some lines on it, or we could just leave it without lines and just do that as well. But I kind of like this, so let's do that. Let's just cut a little piece of this off and stick that on there. Let me get a quick measurement on this. From the side, 16, that's right, it was 3 inches. It was 3 inches by 6 inches, or 5 3/4, something like that. And so this should be, oh yeah, that's plenty short enough. So let's just cut a little piece at about, I don't want the numbers on there, I just want the lines. So let's go at 2.5 inches. So it will just slide right in there. And then that's ready for some cute little not embellishing, journaling. I think we'll put it this way. It's a little bit different at the top. It's a little, I don't know, aged looking, I guess. And we'll put that piece at the top, and then we'll put the other right down here at the bottom. We'll just go ahead and stick that in with some runner adhesive. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus. That's my favorite one, so you'll see me use it a lot. But you use whichever one you have and that you like the most, because you have to be comfortable making what you're making and using the supplies that you're using. Maybe we should put a word up here. Let's use some of these stickers and put today or something at the top of that, just to give it a little something. I'm sure we have all those letters here. T-O-D-A-N-Y. Yep, we do. So let's do that. And our D is going to be our center letter. So we're going to put that there. We're going to just kind of stagger them and put them over top of each other so they look really cute. Get that T on there. How cute is that? That's perfect. I'm not going to put those back in the envelope because we're going to keep those out so we can just use them as we go along if we want them for, if we want them for something else. That's cute. Now you can also take these letters, and it's something I've seen, sorry, I had a piece of tissue in my hand, that I've seen other demonstrators do, or other stampers. And I gotta find my little, I have a little sandpaper here, and you can scuff those letters up a little bit if you want to make them look like they're aged a little bit. You can do it before you put them on. You can do them after. You can scuff down the side of the paper. It gives it a little bit of a rough edge, not much, but it just takes a little bit off. You can sand that off just to make it look a little bit more aged. So if you've got sandpaper, that's always a fun little tool to use in your albums. How cute is that? I think that's adorable. Now we need something on this side, I think, just because we don't want to leave it blank. I don't want to put anything chunky right here just because we want to be able to journal on that. So I'm not going to put like any flowers or anything right there, but maybe we could put a cute little sticker. Let's see, we've got some cute little ones. That one says Sun and Fun. I kind of like that one. Maybe we'll put that one on there. And this one, of course, there's stuff on the back of these too, but these are more journaling, and I don't want to put a journal sticker there. Maybe we'll just put Weekend Vibes. That's a cute one. Maybe this could be like an album for vacation photos or something, but this one's really cute. I really like that little coconut drink. So we'll just put Weekend Vibes right there. And of course, after you get your photo in and do your journaling, then you could add something chunkier on there if you wanted to, but for now, just leave it that way. You can kind of bring it together with this little extra piece from over here maybe. But I don't think I want that on there. All right. Feel like we need something right here though. So let's grab a tiny little piece. I have all these little extra pieces that are cut off the bottom of the Sun Chaser paper. And of course on the back side you have all these little pieces. But this one matches. So I forgot I grabbed this one out earlier. And I think it would be cute like right over here. But as you can see, it kind of blocks that little hole, the punched hole. So let's just mark where that is. You can mark it with pencil, or I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife. And then I'm just going to take my paper punch, my regular hole punch, and just punch that so it will fit right over that spot. That's perfect, right? And I need to trim a little bit off the edge here. So let's just take a little bit off with this paper snips. And I actually can't believe I did that kind of perfect. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Go ahead and run some adhesive down that. I'm just going to use my adhesive runner. You could use glue too. It's up to you. But I'm just going to use the adhesive runner. And then the reason I picked this one is because it obviously matches that page. And so when it's put together, you'll see that little piece there. We've got this, flip it over, and we are already over to this page with the sunshine. The sunshine page is 6 inches wide by 5.7 inches high. And I got out some cute little things earlier. Let me see if I can find them. Look at like this whole pile of goodies over here, like a ton of goodies. But these are retired. I bought them a long time ago, forgot I even had them, but they're called paper lattice or paper trellis or whatever you want to call them. They were with a stamp set from Stampin' Up, and I just thought it made a cute little spot to put on a page, and I kind of like it over these stripes. But of course it's not something you can easily glue down. But we do have all these solid little circles, so I'm just going to put a dot of glue on all of those and stick it down. And then I think I'm going to add some flowers to this one. I think that would be super cute. So let's just get all of those little spots. I don't want to just get glue everywhere. So I'm just going to put a little dot on each of those spots. And now this glue is in this little cute little container that a friend of mine bought me from Amazon, I believe. And I love it because it has that tip, and so I can get just tiny little dots. But I just refill it because obviously it came empty. I just fill it with, these spots aren't even big enough to see now. They're starting to dry already. We don't want that. We don't want them drying up before we get them stuck down. Show you the glue I fill it with in just a second here. I just fill it with my Tombow Mono Liquid Multi Glue, and it works perfect. And of course this just has that small tip and a large tip on this side. I've never used the large tip because never needed to use that much glue on anything. So we'll get that little page down. We'll grab some fun flowers. Let me see what I have, because I have tons of, like I said, tons of little goodies everywhere here. So I've got my little bin that has flowers in it. And I just don't know if any of these are the kind of flower that I want to use on this page. So let me set that aside, and I will grab some other flowers that I have out. And these are just some little, I don't even know when I bought these. A long time ago at Michael's. They're like $1.50 for the 6 little flowers. But I thought these would be cute. These 2 colors especially. And then I also have some fancier, some petaloo flowers. These ones are pretty. But I kind of like the vibe I'm getting from these flowers here. So let's maybe use those. These are some pretty ones. Oh, maybe I'll use those. Those are really pretty. And I've got actually a pack and a partial pack. So let's see what we got when we put them down. Let's just lay a couple down and see what they look like. And then we'll know which ones we want to use. And of course, like I said, I'm sure they don't have these at Michael's anymore because they trade that stuff out all the time. I'm going to try to get this off without the sticky thing on it so I can just set it on here. That actually looks really cute. And I kind of like this one. And then I don't know if I want to use the fancier ones or not. They're gorgeous, don't get me wrong. They're gorgeous. They're called the Penny Lane collection, the Petaloo ones. But I don't think I want them quite that fancy, if that makes sense. We'll save those for another project. And we'll stick these ones on here. Maybe we'll grab a white one just to add some color in. We'll do some punching with some punches and make some little greenery behind them maybe. Find a spot to set those so they're out of the way. And now the fun thing about doing this is you can mix and match what you have, use different things. And I kind of like those colors because they match this. And then I've got a couple of different punches, and I would just like to add something behind them. And you know how much I love vellum. Punching vellum and doing like little leaves and things looks really pretty with projects. So maybe we'll just do some little vellum pieces and no actual greenery. Get a couple. And I really like, when I do this kind of stuff, I really like to layer things. So I'll do 3 of those. Sometimes they're hard to get out of the punch because vellum is so thin. Do a couple of these little leaves just in case we want to throw those in there. And I don't need really long stems, so I'm not worrying about that. We got enough to get, not quite. Not quite. So let's just stick a couple of these together and stick them on here and see what they look like. I like to use my glue dots for this just because you can peel them back. You can just stick your little punched out leaves, if you can get a hold of them, right onto that little glue dot. And then all you have to do is peel them off with the glue dot on them and stick them on there, or stick them wherever you want to put them. That punch out of our way. And I kind of want them to come off that little page a little bit so they kind of stick out. We'll put one on this other side too. So it's kind of coming out at the top there. Then I think we'll put our little flower right there. Let's give it a glue dot as well. Maybe a couple of glue dots. And then you can always add some glue on there too, but the glue dot will hold it there until the glue dries. So just remember that. You don't have to like wait for your glue to dry. You can add a little bit or a couple of glue dots on there and then add some glue just around those. And then it will hold it in place until that glue dries. So that's a nice little tip and trick for you. We'll do the same with this little one. Let me pull these off right here because they're kind of in my way right now. Put a glue dot on that one. Add a little bit of glue. I'm going to kind of stick that just under that one little petal right there. And then this one will kind of go over. But let's add some glue to the back of that one. And then let's put one of these cute little leaves going this way. Put that on there. And then I have this stuck on here, but I'm just going to snip it right in half. So I can just take a half at a time kind of shove those in there underneath the flowers so it's coming out on top there. And I'll do one on this side. I know it's kind of hard to see just because I used vellum, but there's my other one I was looking for. It was still stuck to here. We'll go ahead and put the other little leaf under here because that'll add just some extra. And let me fold this back and pull it up here so you can kind of see all those little pieces. They look really cute like that. That just adds something fun to your album. And like I said, this one we can make chunky because I used that 1-inch binder, and this is very thin because I didn't use any, oh my gosh, anything to make these pages thicker. So I didn't use like super thick cardstock, or my brain is having a brain fart right now. But I didn't layer anything in between my pages is what I'm trying to say to make them thick. All right. So I think that one's cute. Maybe we could add a couple of little embellishments. I got these old cute ones from Stampin' Up! From a long time ago, and I really like these So Saffron ones. They kind of match our paper here. We can add a couple of those, and you can always do something that's the exact opposite of your paper. But I think I'm going to add a couple of these little So Saffron ones on here, just to add something extra. And these are kind of like enamel dots, so they're not super sparkly, and they're very smooth and round, which for this project I kind of like, for this page anyway. Let's throw one down here. Just put them wherever you feel like putting them. Just add something to it. And then we can always come back later and put some little words on here or something if you want to. And this side I think will be cute for another photo, but maybe with something down the side here, maybe a piece of ribbon or a cute little edge piece maybe. Let's look at our edge pieces and see what we've got here. There's so many of them. I have so much on the table right now. This one says Friends and Sunshine, but you can't really read Friends. You can just read Sunshine. So that might be cute if it just had sunshine down the side. That might be adorable. This is hearts. I got some of the rainbow paper. Got some more stripes. Got some more rainbows. I think I'm going to go with that sunshine. And we'll just put it right down the side. Let me just stick these all back together so I don't get them messed up with everything. Push our little cactus book aside. And like I said, you can't really read the Friends on there, but you can read the part that says Sunshine. So let's cut right by that. You got to get it in there just right, or you'll end up cutting your word off. I don't really need that piece anymore because it's not what I need. All right, this one is 5.75 for our height of that page that has the sunshine on it. And then I'm just going to use glue for that because it's a little bit thinner than my adhesive. So we'll just go down it with some glue. Try to keep the glue on the paper, not off the paper, because we don't want to end up with sticky fingers everywhere, which is usually what will happen to me. And I want this right on the edge. And it looks like I cut it just a little bit too long, and that's okay. Just going to trim that little piece off. And look, I still went off the page. When you flip it, when you flip the page over, you can see where I went off the page on this end. There we go. All right, just trim that. Perfect. Look at that. It's cute. And then again, another photo there probably, because I think that would be adorable, especially if you have something that's around flowers or anything like that. This page, another photo would be good here. And then we'll make a tag or something to go in this page, because we already did our envelope or the pocket the other day with the vellum. So let's take maybe a piece of washi tape and go down this edge. Let's find a cute one that would look good with that page. And I kind of like, with those yellows and oranges in there, maybe doing something that's contrasting. Let's go with that little green. I think these are little hearts on here. I can't tell you where all of this washi tape came from because I never keep the packages usually. And I can't even find the edge of this one. So there we go. Nope. Thought we had the edge and we don't. All right, we're gonna get this. Eventually. Obviously, this is one I haven't used in a while because it is super stuck there. And it's ripping. So let me see if we can get it off with, there we go. Let's go ahead and trim that edge. And then we can always open our book up and lay our paper down flat and try not to stick our washi tape to it before we want to. Get it at the top, at the bottom, and then you can see those cute little hearts once you get it on there because it shows through that white paper on the edge there. Trim it off. Make sure you use your as I call them, sticky scissors, the ones that you use just for sticky things, because that way you don't get adhesive on your paper scissors. Flip the book back, and then we can work on a tag for this side. Now, we have all of these. I want to use these stickers on this tag because I love these thicker stickers with these lines on them. And then maybe, let's go through our little papers here and see what we have that would be cute for a tag on that page, because I don't really want to go with the yellow or the orange just because we already have, but maybe since we're kind of matching, that's pretty similar. Maybe we could do another stripe on that side, or maybe some of this, let's use some of this rainbow paper and make a cute little tag for that. Now I kind of want to make it, let me see what length I have between the bottom of my pocket and the top of my page. And we have about 7 1/4, just a little bit more than 7 1/4. And I think my pocket is 4 inches wide. It's just over 4, it's 4 1/2. So let's get that trimmer out. Let's open this up. And we're gonna make this, we'll make this tag, what did we say that was, 7 1/2? Close to 7 1/2. So let's make this tag 7 1/2. And then so the top of the tag will stick out of the page a little bit at the top. And then we've got a 4 1/2 inch pocket. So let's make it 4 1/4 wide. And that's going to be a nice big chunky tag. It's perfect. I love it. What do you think of that tag? Have you got any tips or tricks for anyone that you want to share? You can add those in the comments if you like. But how cute is that going to look in that vellum pocket? It's going to be adorable. All right, let's grab, we want to take quite a bit off this little corner. And then we'll flip that piece around to make sure we get the other side exactly the same. Perfect. And then we'll grab our paper punch. We'll grab our 1/2 inch circle punch, because first we'll punch a hole in the top here. Grab a piece of, let me see what color we want to use. Maybe we'll just use that craft paper again that we used last time. I know I have a smaller piece of it here somewhere amongst all of my goodies. There it is. Sorry if we're reaching across. Punch a little hole in here using that same paper punch. And then take that 1/2 inch circle. Actually, let's make 2 of these. Let's make 1 for each side. That makes a little bit more sense, I think. Might as well have 1 on each side of this tag. And we'll glue those on the top and around that little hole. And then that just gives it a little bit of reinforcement, so then later when we put ribbon on it, it's already covered. Just make sure you push those down so they stay. And you can set this aside if you want to and put like a clear block on top of it till it dries. And that even looks cute with the rainbow side on this side. If I can slide it in the pocket. So you could do it either way. You could put the rainbow side out, and I think I like that, but I also really like this. So let's put some words on this with those, or put something on it. We've got these stickers, and I really love these things, and I haven't used them yet. And I'm like, I thought this would be the perfect project to use them for. So let's get both of these out so we can figure out what we want to say on that. Maybe let's just put me and you. That would be cute. So we got the M, we got our E, and there's a nice little hand sign there. The fun thing about this is you could also put photos on this. You don't have to necessarily make it just for journaling, but it's a cute little tag. And I can hear my husband laughing in the other room right now. So if you hear him, that's just my husband watching some kind of video on something. I have no idea. And I just realized the backing for this thickers paper is the exact same as what we just used. So that's kind of funny that those kind of go together. And that's cute with that me and you on there. Let's add, let me find a little heart. Got this little heart in here that looks cute, and we'll stamp a couple of little hearts on there because I think that's adorable. It's a tiny little heart, but it'll be cute for this. And this is a Heidi Swap stamp set called Storyline Chapters. I don't need a block quite that big. Let's go with a smaller one. And let's use a fun yellow. This one's Distress Oxide Scattered Straw. So let's see what that looks like over here. I don't know if that's going to show up on here, but let's see. Oh, it does. It's super cute. We'll just put 3 little hearts there. That just adds a little something to that. Put that away. I said throw it away, but put it away, not throw it away. We'll set that aside. I'm going to add some little, these are just some little They're called Blossom Elements, and they're another retired thing from Stampin' Up. I have lots of retired stuff because I keep my products and use them. But I kind of like these little flowers. Let's see, let's get some ribbon for this, and then we will try not to, not sure if I like that one, but we know we can do some of this yellow crinkle ribbon. Oh, yellow crinkle ribbon for sure, because that will look cute with that page. Set these other ones aside that I'm throwing everywhere. The yellow crinkle ribbon, maybe some of this polka dot tulle ribbon, because that's pretty too. So maybe we'll use those two for the top, and then we'll add a flower or two up at the top. I think that would be perfect. And then let me see, maybe some of this trim, this crochet trim. Perfect. So let's go ahead, and I always try to get like about 6 inches, maybe a little bit more. Let's go with 8 because it's a big tag. So let's get 8 inches of each. And I'm not gonna knot it or anything. I'm just gonna staple it onto the tag just because I kind of like that method. And it saves on ribbon because you don't have to use as much if you're not putting a knot in it. So let's just line all of our ribbons up. Go ahead and put them through the hole. Pull that tag out of there. Didn't realize it was still stuck in the pocket. And then I'm just going to use my tiny attacher with these tiny little staples. Staple them on there, and I'll do 2 staples just to make sure it stays. Perfect. Then you can trim the edges. I usually like to do just on a little ankle, if I can get it without them all sticking together. Get that other yellow one. Of course, all the static, having everything stick together. Perfect. And then I'm going to use some different glue. We'll use some glossy accents. That makes a perfect little glue. I know you can use it for other things, but I like to use it as a glue for these acrylic little flowers. And then I will have to probably set this tag aside to dry if I can get the glue to come out, because it always hardens up in there. So let's get one of these cute yellow ones. Maybe we'll stick one of these lighter orange ones up here. Do we need a third one? No, I don't think so. I think that'll be plenty. And then let those dry really good. So I'm gonna have to set that aside so those can dry before I can leave it in here. And then I might add some other little rhinestones or something to the top of that. But how cute is that gonna be once it's in there? And then you've got all of these other little and that's why we have to let it dry, because obviously those are not going to stay until they're dried really good. So let me just set that little tag aside so it can dry. Move on to our next page. We have our other tag here, and we know we can do some journaling or photos on this side, but let's decorate this tag a little bit. Let's give this tag something. Now, it doesn't really need ribbon at the top, I don't think, just because it goes into this pocket over here, which I think I need to punch. Luckily, this punch will fit in here. I'll try to get that as centered as possible. That looks pretty close to center. Just so you can see where to get it in the envelope, because when before it was trying to put it in and you can't see, you can kind of take your tag and shove it in like that. But anyway, I don't think we need ribbon at the top unless we're going to angle it. So maybe we will. Maybe we will put some ribbon at the top of this one and we'll just angle it a little bit. We'll tie it in and we'll use some of this crochet trim because that will go perfect with that cardstock. And let's find something with a little shimmer. This is perfect. This is metallic edged ribbon and it's in petal pink. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it. We can add that. And I always like to do 3 for some reason. 2 never seems like it's enough. And I just feel like, oh, let's just go 3 because why not, right? So let's see. We could add actually this. This is a vanilla colored trim from the Forever Greenery. Sweet from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to go ahead and cut my angle now on my piece. And then we'll do the same with this one. Again, about 8 inches I'm going to put on each of these because I like what it looks like when they're sticking out at the top of the book. It gives your book something extra. If you have any tips or things that you've done different, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm always open to tips and I love to hear how other people do things. And I go on here frequently and watch other videos to get inspiration and just be like, oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that way, or there's always a new way to do something. So let's staple that again with the tiny attacher. And if you have a regular stapler, that's fine too. I just find I really like these tiny staples because they're tiny. They're just tiny. And then when that sticks out of there, we've got all that ribbon coming out the top of the book. I just love how that looks on like a bookshelf when you've got all of those extra little pieces. And this already has like Life is an Adventure, 24, What's Your Story? In the end, we all become stories. And so I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to put on here, but maybe I've got these cute little brushed brass butterflies. Say that 3 times fast. Those are adorable. I think I'll add maybe one of those onto that. Or 2. We'll use one of the big ones. And then maybe one of the smaller ones. Perfect. That kind of coincides with that metallic edge ribbon. It gives it a little bit of sparkle on there. And that tag really doesn't need a lot. And I know on the back, we just added that piece of craft cardstock. So that would be perfect for journaling on the back of that. And I feel like maybe we need something on this page as well. And once you start getting these chunkier layers in here, you kind of need to turn those over sometimes when you're working on a page, especially if you want to stamp something on there. And I think maybe we should stamp something cute on there. Let's look. We've got some of these day-to-day stamps. It's got that little butterfly, which I think is adorable. Maybe we could do a butterfly and then we could do Sunshine State of Mind. That would be cute. So let's figure out where we're going to open these at. And then I really like this butterfly here, and it will coincide with our butterfly over there. So let's open up these Day-to-Day stamps by Maggie Holmes. And this one is a Heidi Swap stamp set, and that one is called, let me see if it has the name on the back. So, oh, it's Sun Chaser, so it goes with our Sun Chaser paper. I should have known that, right? Let's get our little butterfly. We may put that on there more than once. We got our Sunshine State of Mind, and we got that little sun, so let's maybe add that little sun in there too. Grab a block. for. That one's not quite wide enough. Grab the bigger one for the Sunshine State of Mind. And I kind of want to put that at the bottom, I think. I think that will be better at the bottom than at the top. But I'm going to just do it in Memento, just in black. Black Memento. Does anyone else's desk like become like just a veritable pile of stuff? Because that is literally what my desk is right now. Just a pile of stuff. Sunshine State of Mind, that's so cute. I like it. Gotta find my chamois so I can wash that and not stamp everything else with Sunshine State of Mind. Got it. Perfect. And then the butterfly. Let's find a cute color to do the butterfly in. And of course our sunshine, I'm going to use that same Distress Oxide and Scattered Straw for the sunshine. But let's get our butterfly in maybe something that matches close to this, maybe mint macaron. That's pretty good. I think that'll be perfect for that butterfly. Always try to stamp off so I can see what it's going to look like before I stamp it on the page. I'm going to stamp once and then stamp off and stamp it on there. That looks good. Clean that one. Always try to close up your ink if you can, because you never know when you're going to stick your hand in it like I always do. Grab another block. I guess I could have just used the other block, but obviously not. I'm going to kind of go over the word mind with that sunshine. And maybe we'll add a little sunshine over here on the bottom of our tag. Then we've got that twice on there. Perfect. That looks adorable. And now the fun thing about adding in the stamps and things, it just adds something to your project. You don't have to stamp on every page, but every now and again, just add something in with your stamps. Now we've probably got about a little bit more than half of the book left. We've got that page done. I think this page would be another good photo page. And then it's already got that little bit of that edge on there, so I think I'm going to leave that blank for now until I think about it some more. And then we've got this page with the dark mustard yellow color and the white rainbows on it. And then of course this side, we could put photos on this side again, but we can always add something down the side of the page. We can actually add just a nice little, maybe a nice little stripe. And then it kind of matches this page with that color. Let's just go ahead and cut that 8 inches wide. So we've already got it where we need it. And I want this color, so I'm just gonna go just under 8 because I think that page might be just a little bit under 8 inches, just to make sure it fits. And actually that worked out perfectly. Go ahead and use that Stampin' Seal Plus to go down the edge with this. I did not quite get it all the way to this end. There we go. Got some on there. I'm going to turn this book sideways so I can layer it on there properly. I know this is a little bit longer video and I apologize, but when you're just kind of going on the fly and decorating, things just work out that way. We've got our little half circles left over from where we punched things. Those can always be added on to a page somewhere. I don't know if I like that, or if I want to add them to this side. Or maybe we could just add take our half circles and just add them on the edge here as a little tab. That would be cute. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's add those as a tab. We'll stick this one first. Not sure why, but that's the one we're sticking first. Why not? Make sure all the adhesive is folded over so it's not sticking out. That looks about center. I never measure on these, I just guess. Put a little bit of adhesive there to make sure this, and then I think I'm going to staple it as well because it just looks cute. And you got to make sure you get your half circle laying on there right so it looks straight. There we go. We'll give it a couple of staples. Make sure it stays there, and then that's another thing that kind of sticks out of the book. You can't see it because of that tag, but once you pull that tag back, you've got that little tab. And that just adds a little something. And then maybe we'll go down that side to cover up the back of these staples. Let's use, this has fruit on it. This kind of matches that side, so let's use this yellow striped washi tape. Flip that book open again, so we got it like this, and we can add that on there. And then I think this will be the last page we work on today. In my next video, we will try to finish the book. You can still see the staples through it, but you aren't going to get poked by them. I think that'll be fine. We can add, maybe we'll add another washi tape, this fruit washi tape. I love this fruit washi tape. I know we don't have fruit anywhere else in the book, but it just goes with this page, doesn't it? It's like the perfect colors. Trim that off. And then we'll trim this edge real quick. And again, you can always fold the washi tape over to the other side of the page if you want to, but I'm just going to cut these off at the edge. And that just adds a little cute something there for that photo page. We might add more onto this page later. Let's go through and see what we've got. We've got our cover with our cactus, and we've got our cute little tag. We added our little strip at the bottom. We added some photo corner here stickies we added today, and this piece of paper for journaling. The weekend vibes sticker. On this side, we just added some cute flowers because we wanted to get some floral in there. We added the little piece of paper that says sunshine down the side of this page. Washi taped on the side of this page. We made our tag for this, and it's still drying, but I'm going to stick it in here for now just so we can see it. We did this pocket on the previous video. Flip that. I just want to be careful with those. I think they might be dry now, actually. We got sunshine state of mind. We got our cute little butterflies. We have our tag that we made in our last video. We added the brass butterflies to that. We added our ribbon to the top, stapled it on, punched our little notch out of our pocket, flip it over, and maybe we'll add something to this later. But right now we just added this cute little extra pieces of cardstock. One of those is punched from that. Added our washi tape. We've got that other little piece of cardstock on this side. And I feel like I still need something over top of that. So I'm going to have to come up with something to go over top of that. And then we added our strip down the side here. And then we'll come back and we'll finish these next pages in my next video, the Cactus Book #3 video. Thank you for joining me for this video. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to set that sideways so you can see everything and see the title just in case you want that. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time in my next video. You have a great day. Bye.